Okay, it is important, as I earlier said, that it is important to practice. Without practice, you will not learn. Okay. The most important thing you need to do is you need to follow the way I told you. Okay. Follow the system I told you. The first thing is when I give you text, I want you guys to read it aloud. Okay. I want you guys to improve your pronunciation. I want you guys to focus on your pronunciation. Okay. The first step is to focus on your pronunciation. Second step is improve your vocabulary. Any word that you don't know, try to find out the meaning of that word. Okay. Use dictionary, use Google. Even you can use Google's, from Google you can ask the meaning and pronunciation of the words as well nowadays. Okay. Therefore, first thing is pronunciation, second thing is vocabulary. If you are overloading with words, vocabulary, okay, you will speak. No way you can't speak. You will speak. Okay. If you have like too much vocabulary, you will speak English. There is no whether you speak correct or incorrect, it doesn't matter, but you will speak English. The most important thing is you need to you need vocabulary. That's the most important thing. Third thing, I want you guys to learn grammar. Okay. When you are reading a text, focus on the grammar. Okay. And then grammar helps you speak correct English. You will understand the pattern. You will understand how you can correct yourself. What mistakes do you make. Okay. You will understand all these things by studying grammar. Okay. That fourth and the final thing you learn is you learn about content. Content is very important. Without whatever you want to do, if you want to write about something, if you want to take an exam, if you want to do anything, you need to read. You need to learn about that. Okay. Without preparing, without planning, you can't produce any good work. Okay. Therefore, you need to learn. You need to learn. You learn the content. This is very important. Okay. Therefore, fourth thing, you focus on the content. Okay. Let's start. This text. I have shortlisted this text for you guys. This is in present tense, and we will go through that. Okay. The power of habits. Okay. The power of habits. Like how powerful is when you have good habits, how powerful you feel it will make you. Okay. But if you have bad habits, then how bad effect it will lay on your personality. Okay. Let's go through that, and you will enjoy that. This is very important text I am going to read for you guys. Habits shapes our daily lives. Okay. Habits shapes our daily lives. Life is a plural here. Okay. Life is a plural here, as a plural. Okay. And singular is life. Singular is life. Okay. Singular is life. Habits shape our daily lives. Okay. It makes your life. It just shapes your gives you your gives a shape to your life. Okay. Habits are like that. Okay. It gives you like a sort of like a mold you. Okay. It gives you a shape. Okay. Habits shapes our daily lives. From brushing our teeth in the morning to scrolling through social media at night. Okay. From the day started with we start our day with brushing our teeth. Okay. From brushing our teeth in the morning to scrolling is like a going through, on Facebook, Instagram. You are like scrolling. You are like going like go crazy and just scrolling. You are going through different reels after reel after reel. Okay. Therefore, he says that from the starting from the morning, brushing our teeth in the morning to scrolling through social media at night, we follow routines without even thinking. Okay, we don't even realize that. Okay, we have a routine. Whatsoever you say, oh, I don't follow routine. I don't have any routine in my life, but still you follow a routine. Okay, we follow routine without even thinking. Okay, without even realizing we follow a routine. Scientists define habits as automatic behavior that develop through repetition. Okay, scientist defines habits. What is habits? actually. What is habits? It's like different. There are different definitions of habits. You can, if you Google this, you will find different definition of habits again. A scientist define habits as automatic, something like follow a system. Automatic is something like, yeah, without any like that is uh, going on without any like automatic. That is like a system, follow a system. Okay. Scientists define habits as automatic behavior that develop through repetition. Okay. It's an automatic behavior that develop through repetition. Okay. Because habits are, what are habits? Habits are like we are repeating every day the thing that we are doing every day. Okay. Those things that we are doing every day, we call them habits. once a habit form once a habit forms, the brain no longer needs to work as hard to perform that task. Okay. Once you develop a habit, okay, your brain gets used to doing that. Okay. It doesn't require, it doesn't need to exert, it doesn't need to take time to think how to do that. Okay. Because it is repeating. Okay. You are like doing it several times, therefore your brain understands your pattern. Your brain knows that it is your habit, you will do that. Okay. Once a habit forms, the brain no longer needs to work as hard to perform that task. Okay. This allows us to focus on more important or unfamiliar decisions. Okay. This allows us to focus on, okay, now what happened? We instead of focusing on that task, okay, we stop focusing on that task. Okay. And we just focusing on something else. Okay. Instead of because now our brain is fluent in doing that task. Okay. Therefore our brain doesn't require focus. Okay. Instead of focusing on that task, our brain is working on something else. Okay. This allows us to focus on more important or unfamiliar tasks, or something unfamiliar which you are not familiar, which you are not doing regularly, which is not your habit. Okay. Unfamiliar is something which you are not familiar with. Okay. Now if we go through the grammar of this whole text, okay, you will understand that this is in present indefinite tense. Okay. The whole text is in actually present indefinite tense. Okay. We notice that the whole text is in present indefinite tense. Okay. uh, Habits shapes up. Okay. Habits shapes our life. This is shapes is a, you know we have this what do you call, uh, first form of verb. Okay. What is present indefinite structure? We follow first form of verb. We Sorry, first form of verb. uh, First form of verb. And we just, in present indefinite, we only use first form of verb. Okay. We only use first form of verb. First form of verb. Okay. With the, like a, what we can say is, let me just do it here. We follow first form of verb, and he, she, and it, or any singular person, singular, like, any singular person or thing or whatever is. Okay. We always use first form of verb. We always use first form of verb. Okay. And uh, with first form, we always use uh, s or s or es. Okay. S or es. We always use with the first form, or s or es. He, she, it. Okay. And then we always, with the first form of verb, we always use s or es. And if we have this uh, let's say we have like a they, we, you, with all these, we always use just first form of verb. This is our structure that we follow with present indefinite tense. Okay. Habit shapes our daily lives. Okay. From brushing our teeth to scrolling through the social media at night, we follow. Again, we follow. Okay? We follow is like it shows first form of verb. Routine without even thinking. Scientist defines, okay, the thing that you do every day, that is your routine, that is your habit. We always, for that, we always use present indefinite tense, okay, develop, okay, this is develop. Scientist, that now scientist here define, because scientist is plural, we use define. We is plural, we use follow, okay. Scientist defines habits as automatic behavior that develop. Again, it is plural. That develop is, here we have, um, we did not add s or es with develop. Once a habit forms, okay, now look at this. Now, once a habit form, this is a, now our habit is a singular, then we add s or es here, okay. We add s or es here. The brain no longer needs our, again, now we're talking about singular, the brain no longer needs here, okay. Brain the brain no longer needs is again singular, okay. Therefore, we add s or es. We add s or es here. And we add here as well. To work as hard to perform that task. This allows, again, this allows is, again, this allow is singular, and then we are using here focus on more important or unfamiliar decisions. Decisions that you, the things that you choose. Decision is like, whether you do this job or whether you that job, okay. Out of two options or more than two options, you just make up your mind that I will do this, okay. That is decisions. Psychologist explains that psychologist explains that habits, now it's plural psychologist, okay. We will not add any s or es with explains, okay, because it's plural. Psychologist explains that habits follow habits. Again, now look at this. Habits follow is, we do not add any s or es here because it's a plural here, okay. We do not add s or es because it is plural. Psycho sorry. Psycho Psychologist explains that habits sorry. Psychologist explains that habits follow a three-step loop. Okay. Loop is something like, that you form like a chain or something. Loop is a chain. Okay. Therefore, the habits follow a three-step loop. Okay. A three-step chain. Okay. Three-step loop means a three-step chain or something like that. Okay. Habits follow, again, habits plural, follow is singular. We don't add s or es. That habits follow a three-step loop: cue, routine, and reward. Okay. What are those three steps? Cue, routine, and reward. Okay. Cue is when you are like when I give you a signal of about something. Okay. That is cue. Okay. Routine is, that is your everyday whatever you are doing. Okay. Reward is when you reward yourself. Okay. When you reward yourself, when you just get something like a, when I do something, I get a reward. Okay. Let's say if I'm looking something, uh, my my brain is like, craving for sweet. Okay. I want to eat something sweet. Okay. Then I look for something and just, do hard work, in the kitchen. I look around and then I eat something sweet. Okay. Therefore, this is something for the reward. This we call reward. Okay. The routine is the behavior, for example, feeling tired after school. Okay. Sorry, the cue triggers the habit. Okay. The signal. Okay. The cue is a signal. Okay. Something like the signal, what we just cue is something like like a signal that we receive, okay, or that our brain receives, okay. The cue, what is cue? Now he's talking about cue. What is cue? The cue triggers the habits, okay. The cue triggers the habit, okay. Triggers mean like something to start something, okay. Trigger is to start something. The cue triggers the habit. For example, feeling tired after school, okay. Like, when you are tired, you feel tired after school, it's like a signal, it's like a cue that you are tired. Either you are hungry, you are exhausted, you are uh, you know you are bored, you are like, something, you are like tired, okay. Therefore, the cue starts the habit. For example, trigger is to start something is trigger. For example, feeling tired after school. Now again, the cue triggers is, we have a cue is singular. We will add here s, or this is, we will add here s, okay. For example, feeling tired after school, okay. He gave us an example as well, okay. He gave us an example as well. The routine is the behavior, perhaps, okay. The routine is the behavior, perhaps grabbing a snack or lying on the sofa, okay. This is our routine, okay. The routine is the behavior, perhaps grabbing a snack, okay, or lying on the sofa. Like, you are like, routine is like, after like every 10-15 minutes, you just get up and eat something sweet, okay. After 10-15 minutes, you get up, eat something sweet, and you repeat it several times in a day, okay. And then your brain, understands your pattern and just wants you to, get up and eat something sweet. Get up and eat something sweet, okay. Okay, or lying on the sofa, okay. You just from come out, when you enter your house, the favorite thing for you is lying on your sofa, okay. Instead of just sitting there, you are lying on the sofa, okay. The reward is that what the brain enjoys, okay. The reward is what the brain enjoys, okay. Reward, when you eat sweet, your brain gets it gets rewarded, okay. Therefore, it's something like brain enjoys that, eating something sweet. Again, the brain enjoys is, we have here plural, okay. The feeling of comfort or energy, okay. The reward is what the brain enjoys, okay. Like the feeling of comfort, you feel relaxed, you get energy, therefore that is like that is your reward, okay. That is, when you eat something sweet, or when you are like, comfortable, then it's like you are rewarding your brain, okay. Over time, this loop becomes deeply ingrained, okay. Ingrained mean it is like embedded embedded in your life, like, it is like integrated, okay. Ingrained mean that it is linked with your body, with your brain, okay. the this loop becomes, again, we have here singular. This loop becomes, this loop deeply ingrained, okay. This loop becomes deeply ingrained, like embedded in our life, okay. We might not even realize why we reach for crisp or check our phone every few minutes, okay. Unconsciously we are doing it. We might not even realize that, okay. Might not even realize that, we might not even realize that realize why we reach for crisp or check our phone every few minutes, okay. Crisp is like, these lays, in Pakistan, people are really crazy about Lays, these chips or other stuff. You call this in English crisp, or crisp. Anything else could be crisp as well. We might not even like snack. We might not even realize why we reach. Okay, we might not even realize why we reach. Okay, again, reach here is a present indefinite, and we use first form of verb. We reach for crisp or check our phone every few minutes, and check our phone every few minutes, okay. Some habits help us some habits again is plural, some habit, okay, some habit helps us succeed. When you have good habit, it will make you succeed. Good habits will make you succeed. Okay, some habits help us succeed. A student who reviews their note, okay, reviews again with S or ES, we have here S, that means it's like a singular. Okay, a student who reviews their notes every evening strengthens their memory and feels more prepared for exam. Okay, a student who's like, who reviews, who goes through their notes, okay, goes through his notes, okay, probably we can do this, his notes. A students who review his notes every evening, okay, his notes, whatever he has written, okay, if he goes through before going to bed, okay, he goes through those, he reviews those notes, okay, every evening, okay. What is the benefit of that? That benefit of that is that strengthens, okay, strengthens your singular, strengthens their memory, okay, that strengthens their memory, okay. And feels, again, feels are, and feels plural, singular as well, and we have here plus, and feels more prepared for exams, okay. Other, however, hold us back, okay. Other bad habits, if you have a bad habit, that holds you back, okay, that stop you performing, okay. If you are eating too much sugar, ultimately you will get diabetic, and then you will get sick, and then then obviously soon your kidney and other stuff will stop working, and then you start having dialysis, and then this is something like a sad, okay. Therefore, you develop habits, whatever is, if you have a good habits, it will help you, okay. If you have bad habits, then again it will have a bad effect on your personality. Others, however, hold us back, okay. Hold us Others, however, hold. Now is a hold again present indefinite, and we have here hold is singular. Why? Because others are plural. Others, however, hold us back, okay. Procrastinating on homework. Yeah, delaying. Procrastinate is a beautiful word. Procrastinate is, we all procrastinate, unfortunately, in Pakistan. This is our favorite habit, okay? When you delay something, okay? Delaying something is, procrastinate, okay? Procrastinate, procrastinating on homework, staying up, okay, procrastinating on homework, delaying, oh, I will do it at the 11th hour, oh, I got still time, oh, I will do it later, or I will do it later, and then we realize that we don't have enough time, and then we do our homework in a hurry, and we couldn't do it properly, okay. Therefore, procrastinating, delaying on homework, staying up too late every day, staying up too late, just don't sleep early. All over the world, if you are in England, if you are in someone English person's home, he will sleep 8 o'clock. Okay, he will sleep 8 or 9, maximum 9 o'clock. 8 o'clock they will sleep. Okay, and then they wake up 4 o'clock in the morning. But what we do completely opposite. Okay, our especially probably Pakistan, India, we have this sort of habit. We develop this habit that we, staying up late. Okay, staying up too late or skipping breakfast. Okay, and then you skip your breakfast. You don't eat anything in the morning. We have again this sort of like, if you speak to English people, they have proper breakfast. Okay, they don't do anything. They don't skip their breakfast. They have proper breakfast. Okay, with cheese, with jam, with butter, with juice, with like everything. Therefore, they have proper breakfast. They don't skip. Skip is when you miss. Skip is when you miss something. Okay, when you don't do it, you skip it. Okay, when you skip it, Like some reels, you skip it. You don't watch them carefully, you skip them, okay? Because you are not interested in those reels, okay? On social media, when you skip those reels, we call them skip, or you can just, you just scroll them, you just don't pay attention. Or skipping breakfast can affect our well-being and academic progress, okay? This is again can affect, okay? This is affect is a verb here, okay? Affect is a verb here, okay? And then we have another effect. Effect is a noun as, okay? Effect is noun. With E, it is the noun, and with A, it is verb, okay? With E, affect is a verb and effect is a noun, okay? And most probably they are spoken, their pronunciations are same, okay? I don't see any difference. Our well-being and academic progress, okay? Or skipping breakfast can affect our well-being, okay? Well-being is, to looking after, sort of like your health. Well-being is your health, okay? Well-being is your health. Our well-being and academic progress, okay? If you are like, if you doing all these things, which is skipping breakfast, staying up late, procrastinating your homework, then all these things affect your well-being. Okay? It will affect your health and your academic progress, and obviously you will not perform very well, okay, in your school, in your college, in your university, if you are staying up late, or if you are procrastinating on your homework, or if you are skipping your breakfast, okay? Our well-being our well-being and academic progress. Recognizing which habits are helpful and which are harmful is the first step toward positive change. Okay, if you want to change your life, just go through, audit your life, audit your day, which habits are good for you or which habits are harmful for you. Okay, just go through one by one. Just go through your habits one by one. Whatever you do every day, if it is good, just do that. Continue doing that. If it is bad, stop it, skip it, okay? Avoid that in your life. Recognizing is understanding, okay? Recognizing is understanding, okay? Recognizing which habits are helpful and which are harmful is the first step towards positive change, okay? The first step towards positive change in your life. Changing a habit is not easy. It is not easy to change your habits, okay? So it's not easy because your brain, your body, consciously, unconsciously, you are like, it is ingrained. It is like a link with you. It is like integrated in your brain, okay? It is like everything is like, you are embedded, Changing a habit is not easy, but it is possible. It is not impossible. You can do that. It is possible. Experts recommend replacing a bad habit with a better one. Okay. Therefore, experts recommend replacing a bad habit with a better one. Okay. Therefore, bad habit, replace it, change it. Replacing a expert. Again, we have expert is plural. Recommend we have here as a, present indefinite we use. Expert recommend replacing or changing. Okay, replacing is something you changing a bad habit with a better one. Okay, rather than trying to stop completely, because sometimes you can't stop it completely. It is difficult. Okay, therefore change it, replace it, change a bad habit with a better one. Okay, rather than trying to stop completely. Okay. For instances, for example, mean for example, okay? For example, instead of checking messages first thing in the morning, a person could take 5 minutes to stretch or write down their goal for the day. Wow, beautiful. I love this. Okay. Instead of checking messages, okay, instead of checking messages, your messages, the first thing we wake up in the morning, we just check our messages. I don't know, we think like maybe we are like, we are in like, somewhere like in United Nations or somewhere, CEO of a company, that we go through maybe something important, just, we receive a message or something like that. Instead of checking messages first thing in the morning, okay, a person could take 5 minutes. Okay, instead of checking his messages, he could take 5 minutes to stretch or write down his goals for the day. Okay, what he wants to achieve, what he wants to do for today. Okay, therefore he should, instead of like checking his going through his messages, he should write his goal, okay, for the day. Stretch. A minute to stretch is stretch when you exercise. You stretch your arms, you stretch your head, you stretch your shoulders, you stretch your. Stretching is like, you just move them. Stretching is you move them in a way that you stretch your legs, stretching is something like stretchable jeans you heard about, okay? Stretch. That's the way we stretch our arm. When we exercise, we stretch our arms, our body parts. That's the way we do that. We call this stretching. Or write down their goals for the day. The brain still receives. Okay, now here it is plural again. The brain, it is plural. Sorry, it's singular, and we have SOES. The brain still receives a reward. Okay, such as feeling calm or focused. If you started exercising, you feel like your brain is, feeling relaxed. Your brain is more focused. You're feeling calm. Okay. You feel yourself that, oh my God, I'm feeling better. Instead of like just, something, I'm not feeling good. Okay. If I do exercise, if I write my goal and achieve those goals, you feel better. You feel like, you achieve something in your life. Such as feeling calm. Okay. We pronounce this calm. Okay. Or focused. But the routine is healthier. But this routine is healthier. Okay, healthier mean like just it's like positive for us, good for our body, for our body and brain. This is a healthy routine. Okay, environment plays a powerful role. Okay, environment plays. We have singular, and that's why we add so. A powerful role in habit formation. Okay, environment is, surroundings are very important. Your neighbors, your like people you are, you are sitting, you spend your time. All these affect your, affect your habit, affect your like forming habits. Environment plays a powerful role in habit formation. Okay, a powerful role. Powerful means strong, effective role. Okay, powerful role or effective role in habit formation. If snacks are visible on the kitchen counter, we are more likely to eat them. Okay, if snacks are visible on the kitchen counter, we are more likely to eat them. Okay, snacks like again crisps, these stuff, sweet chocolate and other stuff, all these are like, if snacks are visible, if you leave them on the counter, on the desk, on your worktop, uh, in your kitchen somewhere, like visible, that you can see them, then again you will, in your brain, you will continue thinking about them. Okay, and then until you finish those, then you will stop. Okay, if snacks are visible, you can see them visible on the kitchen counter, we are more likely to eat them. Okay? If it is in an easy access, we are more likely to eat them. Okay. If it's somewhere in a lock with your mom, you will not eat it. Okay. If a book lies on the pillow, if the book is if your book lies on the pillow, we may choose to read instead of scrolling online. Okay. If the book is there, then it will come into your mind, oh, why don't I just go through that quickly? Okay, let's see what is there. Okay, instead of just going going through your phone or scrolling your phone. If a book lies, again, a book lies. Okay? A book lies here. Therefore, we have here, lies. Lie is lies. Okay. Therefore, we have here again S or ES. Okay. On the pillow, we may choose to read instead of scrolling online. Okay. We may choose to read instead of scrolling online. Small changes, small नहीं कहना, ठीक है? No small, no call. We say, we pronounce like we pronounce like call, bal, okay, bal, bal, wall, okay. Therefore, it's like call, ball, wall, okay, and tall. Okay, this is like that, instead of small, okay, small. All these we pronounce them carefully. Okay? Small changes, small, small changes in our surrounding, in our neighborhood. Surrounding mean in our environment. Okay, surrounding is around you. Okay, small changes, small changes in our surrounding in our environment around you can lead to big improvement in our actions. Okay, can lead to big improvement in our action. Okay, therefore can help you, can make big improvement in your action. Okay, those small changes, if you just adjust your things, okay, it will help you. It will improve your habit. Okay, it will improve your action. Okay. Next step is, next paragraph, we'll read this. Motivation also matters. Okay. Motivation also matters. Motivation is very important. Without motivation, you cannot, but it should be more like, it shouldn't be like, it should be like you're motivated like now, and then you just motivate, the graph of motivation goes down and that's it. You stop. Okay. You are motivated now. You read it, or you read it once and that's it, over. Now you are not anymore motivated, and then you are not interested anymore. Okay. Therefore, it should be persistent. It should be persistent, you should be motivated non-stop, keep yourself motivated. Okay. Motivations also matters. Okay. Motivation also matters. Again, yeah, here we have plural, and then we have motivation also matters. People who understand why they want to build new habits. Okay, people who understand, again, this is like a plural, and we do not add s or es to understand. Okay, people who understand why they want to build new habits, why they want, again, is a, with plural, we don't add s or es. Okay, people who understand why they want to build new habits, whether to feel healthier. Okay, they want to, whether to feel healthier, whether to feel like healthier, like strong, or happy, healthier, strong. Okay, learn better. Okay, so that they can learn better. Okay, they are, they can improve their performance, productivity. Okay, or sleep more. Okay, or improve their sleep as well. Some people have a bad sleeping pattern, therefore they cannot sleep properly. Why? Because they staying up late. Okay, therefore this is important to fix all these things, to sleep more, are more likely to stick to them. Okay, whether to feel healthier, people who understand why they want to people who understand why they want to build new habits, whether to feel healthier. Okay, they one option is to feel healthier. Okay, second option is learn better, or third option is or sleep more, or they can improve their sleep pattern, are more likely to stick to them. Okay, if you understand, if you have like a positive goal, if you have a positive goal, you will understand, you will follow that, you will stick to that, you will stick mean you will continue doing that, stick to them. Okay, likely to stick to them. Okay, like like those people, they are trying to stick to my class, they are learning English, but those they are not, they are not learning English. Okay, therefore try to stick to whatever you do, you will improve in your life. Sport from assistance or sport from friends, family, or teachers can make a big difference too. Okay, if you have a good friend, your family supporting you, your teacher supporting you, it is like it's a big difference. It will make a big difference too. Okay, encouragement helps. Encouragement, again, we have here encouragement. Okay, encouragement we have here. Encouragement helps people stay on track, especially when progress feels slow. Okay, encouragement helps people stay on track. Okay, if like the way I am motivating you, I encourage you to do that, so that you will learn English, you will achieve your goal. Okay, especially when progress feels slow. Okay, again, language learning is not so easy. Progress, if you do not giving time. Okay, if you don't practice, okay, then I mean, this is something, this is slow. It's not fast. Progress is, you feel like it is very slow. Okay, but if you are motivated, encouraged, then you continue, you stick to learning. Okay, this is important. in the end in the end, our habits tell the story about who we are. Okay, in the end, the last paragraph, in the end, our habits tell a story. Again, our habit is plural and tell is a singular here. Okay, first form of verb, and we don't add s or es. Our habits tell a story about who we are. Okay, you are recognized, with your habits. If you have good habits, you are distinguished. People can see that you are healthy, you are strong, you are intelligent, you are educated. But if you have a bad habit, you take drug, then people realize that, oh my God, this is like he's like, he's taking drug, he's like always in a bad situation, cannot manage himself. In the end, our habits tell a story about who we are and who we want to become. Okay, who we want to become. Again, this is like a, okay, your habits defines your personality. Remember that. Okay, your habits define your personality. If you have you have good habits, your personality is good. If you have bad habit, your personality is bad. By paying attention to our daily routine and making small consistent changes, we can build a future. Okay, by paying attention. Okay, when you pay attention, okay, to our daily routine, to your daily routine. Okay, whatever you do, whatever is good there, keep that. Whatever is bad, skip it. Okay, by paying attention mean when you just you are focused. Attention in when you are focused. By paying attention to our daily routine and making small, consistent, regularly small changes. Okay, consistent is regular. Okay, consistent is regular changes. We can build a future that reflect our goals and values. Okay, with consistent changes, you can build a future. Okay, you can build a future that reflect our goal. Okay, that future, that, because future is a singular here, that reflects. Okay, and we can see that they have added s here. Okay, therefore this is a Singular. Yeah. A future that reflects our goals and values. Okay. Values are what whatever, like values are the way you behave. Okay. All your good qualities are your values. Okay. Or if you, unfortunately, if you have bad qualities, again, these are your values. Okay. Everyday offer, every day, again, every day, okay, is here. Every day is singular, and day offer is, we have plus, offers a new chance to choose better habit. Okay, every day you give it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you a chance every day. Okay, to choose better habits, to cut down those things which are not good for you, to stop those stuff or skip those habits. Okay, one decision at a time. Okay, one at a time. Don't do stops everything. Okay, you do try to do one at a time. Okay, one decision at a time. Okay, this is the text. I'm going to read it for you guys, and then we will end this class here. Habit shapes our The power of habits. Habits shapes our daily lives. From brushing our teeth in the morning to scrolling through social media at night, we follow routine without even thinking. Scientists define habit as automatic behavior that develop through repetition. Once a habit forms, the brain no longer needs to work as hard to perform that task. This allows us to focus on more important or unfamiliar decisions. Psychologists explain that habits follow a three-step loop: cue, routine, and reward. The cue triggers the habit, for example, feeling tired after school. The routine is the behavior, perhaps grabbing a snack or lying on the sofa. The reward is what the brain enjoys, the feeling of comfort or energy. Over time, this loop becomes deeply ingrained. We might not even realize why we reach for crisp or check our phone every few minutes. Some habits helps us succeed. A student who reviews his notes every evening his memory, strengthens his memory, and feels more prepared for exams. Others, however, holds us back. Okay. Procrastinating on homework, staying up too late, or skipping breakfast can affect our well-being and academic progress. Recognizing which habits are helpful and which are harmful is the first step towards positive change. Changing a habit is not easy, but it is possible. Expert recommends replacing a bad habit with a better one rather than trying to stop completely. Okay. For instance, instead of checking messages first thing in the morning, a person could take 5 minutes to stretch or write down their goal for the day. The brain still receives the reward, such as feeling calm and focused, but the routine is healthier. Environment plays a powerful role in habit formation. If snacks are visible on the kitchen counter, we are more likely to eat them. If a book lies on the pillow, we may choose to read instead of scrolling online. Small changes in our surroundings can lead to big improvement in our action. Motivation also matters. People who understand why they want to build new habits, whether to feel healthier, learn better, or sleep more, are more likely to stick to them. Support from friends, family, or teachers can make a big difference too. Encouragement helps people stay on track, especially when progress feels slow. In the end, tells a, our habits tell a story about who we are and who we want to become. By paying attention to our daily routine and making small, consistent changes, we can build a future that reflects our goal and values. Every day offers a new chance to choose better habits, one decision at a time. Okay. This is the end of the class. And if you have any question, you can ask me.